Welcome to the Selah podcast where we pause, reflect, and grow. My name is Tay, and I'm still glad, to be your host. I hope that everybody has been having a great holiday season. Today is Saturday, the 28th. So we've been in the holiday spirit for a couple weeks now. So I hope everybody had a great holiday, a safe holiday, and I hope you got all the gifts that you wanted. For me personally, I had a good time with my family. We played games, we laughed a lot, and watched some movies, vibed to some music, ate good food, all those good things. I had a good time. So I hope you all had a good time too. Y'all, we are 4 days away from the new year. Just four. And if I don't know how time feels to you all, but for me, time is flying. Like day by day, it's just going right before my eyes. So 4 days feel like two. To me, I feel like we just time and a half with everything. So this is my last episode for 2024. Whoop whoop, even though 2025 is next week. It is my last episode for 2024, and you guys won't hear from me until about the second week of January. And I am so excited for the new year. I feel like every year I'm excited for the new year, but this year I'm really excited because I have been working on some things for the podcast, for myself financially, for myself wise, for myself school wise. Like I've really just been trying to be intentional, about my strides for next year. And I feel like, it's that time of the year where, you're making your vision board, you're writing out your goals, but I just want to make sure like I'm standing strong on my intentions and that I carry them out. Because I feel like in review this year, I've achieved some goals. I have this year. Like this year was a good year, all in all. Has there been some downs? Yes. Have I been tried? Yes. Has it been hard at some point of the year? A couple points of the year? Yes. But I can say all in all, this 2024 was a good year. 2024 was a year of transition for me. So hopefully you guys are taking the time to reflect and review just what this year alone, during these next 4 days or even today, taking the time to figure out what this year, 2024, meant to you. What did it show you about yourself? What did it show you about your friends, your family, your career? Just what did it teach you? Because every day is a teachable lesson. At some point of the day, you learn something new, or you can say, yesterday I learned, or I figured this out, right? So I'm excited about the new year. I hope you all are excited about the new year. And I don't have too much to say today other than to encourage you to finish strong, y'all. It's 4 days away, but finish strong. And that could mean anything. Whatever that means to you, finish strong, right? For me, finish strong is just me working on my start of next year, right? A lot of people hear the quote, it's not about how you start, but about how you finish. And for me, my start, if we want to talk about a new year, was okay, but it could have been better, right? But for me, I'm finishing strong. I'm finishing on a better note. I'm finishing on a happier note. I'm finishing on a place where I'm clear. You know what I mean? Like I'm clear on what I want. I'm clear on what I need. I'm clear on what I need to work on, what I want to work on. Like I'm clear, like I'm very focused. So I'm finishing strong. I'm finishing out the year ready for a new start. Have you left any stones unturned? Right? Do you have any unfinished business, unsettled business? Like, have you had that conversation yet? And that could be with anybody. That can be about anything. This is not the time to And granted, I am a believer in, some conversations are best had at the right time, right? But the way that life is going, the way that the world is going, tomorrow is just not promised. So this is not the time to wait to have conversations with the people that you love or the people that you were once cool with that you're no longer cool with, but you still desire to have a relationship with, or you don't desire to have a relationship with, you just desire to have closure. This is not the time to regret that, regret not having these conversations, even where it's a conversation of just clarity. Like for me, within this past week, I had to have a conversation with family members just for clarity. I had to be clear on my stance of things and what I felt and what I saw, right? And I'm just being real. Y'all know I like to at least lead by example, or I don't want to say anything that I'm not trying to live out myself. I had to have a conversation of clarity, and it was time to have one. It was time to have the conversation. But two, I did not want to go into the new year stuck at the same place or feeling the same way, especially when it's somebody or it's regarding somebody I love, right? And for me, if you love that person, then you need to act on that love. And for me, that was having a conversation of clarity. So have you had that conversation? Have you reached out to the person you said this year, I'm going to reach out to them no matter what's going on, or I'm going to do better, I'm going to reach out. Have you reached out to that person, or was that just, did it sound good in January of this year? Did it sound real good? Or even in the middle of the year, or whenever you had that thought, did it just sound good to you to do? And you was just like, I'm going to do that because you knew that's what you needed to do, and you knew that's the area you needed growth in, and you didn't do it. This is the time to do it. And you never know what people need. You never know the response you may get. Even if it's not the response you want, hell, you did it. You had the conversation, right? Have you paid that bill? Okay, I know, listen, money is funny. It's real funny, and, prices is laughing at us. But have you paid that bill that you said you was going to pay in the beginning of the year? Again, here we go. Another example. I just paid a $500 ticket. It hurt my heart for tolls, but it's my fault because one, I was taking the express lane knowing daggone well I ain't had no easy pass in my car. One. So next year I'm going to do better. I had to tell my mother last night I'm never taking the express lane again unless I have my easy pass. Two, I knew about the bill and I let the bill rock. And and I don't know if you know, but I hope everybody else know. Them admin fees add up. Them late fees add up. I don't care if the toll is $6. The admin fee is about $24. Don't let the bill be late. Now, mind you, it was $500 because it was a couple of the tickets, right? So I paid it yesterday because I'm not crossing over to the new year with the same debt, knowing I have it. You know what I'm saying? Be intentional about these things, right? Like I said, money is funny, and I understand you got to do things when you can, because there's other bills that I do need to tend to, but I just cannot right now. If I had it, I would. But what I was saying earlier, I'm finishing strong on my intentionalities. Like I know next year financially, I'm going to do better, be better. And so I have a plan, right? I have a plan for those very bills. Check by check, I have a plan. I have wrote out, okay, this next check, this is what I got to pay. This is what I need to handle, because I don't need to let these bills just keep piling on, piling on. Only thing I ain't really worried about is student loans, because I'm going back to school, one, and two, I don't got it for that. They'll be all right. They will be all right. I mean, it'll work out. And even in that attitude, I'm still going to move with intentionality and some type of wisdom, right? So have you tended to those bills? Have you tended to your money? Have you paid attention to your money? Have you looked at your bank account and just really saw, okay, how much money did I spend on fast food this year? How much money did I spend on Afterpay? Come on, church, let's be real. Okay, we be buying stuff, but the Afterpay and the Klarna and the, what else is there? Affirms, they add up. You been taking care of them bills? I hope you have, because that go against your credit. That go against your credit. Have you been paying those things off? Have you been paying attention to it? Okay, let's make a plan. I'm all for pause, reflect, and grow. Let's make a plan how I'm going to pay this back so I can clear off my name, clear it off my credit, right? Because it's going to be something that we want. And then based on our credit, we're going to know if we can get it or if we can't. And I know for me, a new car is in my new future. A new car is within the next year. So I need to make sure everything is right because I know when I go, I don't want to be hearing, oh, well, you got to pay this much because your credit score or, just that whole conversation. I don't want to have that conversation. I want to go in there clear like I am now, clear on how much I want to pay, how much I can afford, all those good things, right? Have you left any stones unturned? And those are just a few examples, about conversations that you should have had or, financial decisions. Have you applied for that job yet? Or have you waited too long? Is the job still there? Go look to see if the job's still there. Have you waited too long to move on your goal? Is that a stone that's unturned? Or have you even started looking for that new job? I believe, a lot of people are in the place now due to the economy and due to wants and needs and careers and all those things. I believe people are starting to see like this is not career-wise. This may not be something I want to do for the rest of my life. Or I've been at this place for a long time. For example, let's use teachers again because I talked about that last episode. I've been at a school for a while. I've gave the school my all. I've grown here in this school. The people at the school have seen my growth. Okay, now it's time for something new where they can pay me more and they can pay me for my efforts. Because sometimes it's not just about the money. It's just about give me what I'm worth, right? Have you applied for that job yet? Don't wait during these 4 days to apply for that job, okay? Because somebody else is thinking ahead of you and they already done submitted their resume. But that may not be what's for them. It may be for you, but you just dragging your feet. So stop dragging your feet. You know what I'm saying? Has there been any stones unturned? As you are writing out your goals and focusing on what you want to do for the new year, make sure that you have given yourself some kind of closure in the areas needed from this year. I can proudly say, and I'm grateful to say, the way that I'm ending this year, I am clear. I am clear. As somebody probably like, what does she mean? I am clear. I am in the know. I am sure. I am certain on my needs and my wants. I'm certain on the things that I'm going to do in the new year. A lot of people are heavy on manifestation, but your belief got to be behind that manifestation and your talk got to be different. And I know there are goals that I'm going to accomplish within the new year. Why? Because one, I believe it, but two, I'm setting myself up now. And I've been in the process of doing it. I didn't wait till today and these next 4 days to do it. But I've been in the process of setting myself up now, finishing my 2024 strong so I can start my 2025 strong. Easy, right? It's easier said than done, but when you just have that simple thought of let me finish strong so I can start strong. And for some people, the new year is a new start in the sense of I'm starting again. Maybe it's something that you intended on doing this year or you started this year. It could have been better. So I'm going to start again. But I'm going to do better. And for some people, the new year is just a completely new start. A complete new start. Right? Have you left any stone unturned? Right? Have you? That is the question. Do you have any unfinished business? How can you set up yourself now? How? What are the things that you need to do? And normally I come with, okay, these are the ways that you can do that. And I'm all for pause, reflect, and grow. And even in this episode, I'm telling you to pause, take the time to review your year, right? Look at the ups, look at the downs, look at the yeses, look at the noses. The noses. I'm all like nose. Look at the nose. That is ridiculous because that's not even a word. And I really was going to rock with that. Look at the no's, look at the triumphs and look at the challenges. Review your years. Reflect on what you could have done better, what you can do better, what you will do better. Even in reflecting, give yourself props for how far you've came. Give yourself props for what you have done. I don't care if it's you getting to work on time this year. Good job, because for some people, time is a struggle. It is a struggle, truly. It truly is. I don't care if it's you just simply getting up, showing up for yourself every day. Be proud of that, because it's hard to do. It's easier said than done, but it's hard to do. And grow. Grow in those areas you see that you need to grow in those areas where you intend to grow, or give yourself a new challenge in growth, right? I'm telling you these things. I normally have a whole layout of this is how you could do it. This is why, but y'all, I'm just, listen, you know better than I know. You and God and whoever you believe know what your unfinished business is, what your unsettled business is, what stone you have not turned. You know it. I don't want to walk you through like, these are the things. No, I'm just going to be straight up with you. Listen, you want better, you got to do better. You got to be better. You got to say better. Just be better. You want more, you got to think bigger. You got to think about more. You got to be open-minded. You got to do something different. You got to do something different. And in some cases, you need to do the same thing. But just be intentional and put some action on what it is you're doing. Because sometimes sticking to the plan is the best option. But your faith got to meet those standards. Your belief got to meet those standards. I'm sorry, I don't know what in the world's going on with me talking today. Slow down, Tay. Your energy, your effort, you got to put you're all behind that plan if you want to stick to that plan, but be intentional. I feel like all in all, with all the topics that we've discussed within the year, or anytime I discuss anything, the biggest thing is intentionality, right? Be intentional about how you're finishing the year, and be intentional, about how you're starting the year. Just be intentional. Pause, reflect, grow. Pause, reflect, grow. And if you need help trying to figure that out, go ask for some help. It's not the time to be trying to figure stuff out on your own if you don't know. Call somebody. Look it up. We have access to just about any and everything we want to have access to. So don't use the excuse of, I didn't know how to start. I didn't know what to do. Figure it out. Figure it out. When I am building something and I'm at a point of, I don't know where this piece go, or I'm lost or stuck, I'm going to YouTube and I'm looking up the model, the brand, everything. Because somebody got to show me how to do this, because I can't figure it out by myself. Do what you need to do to finish the year strong. Do what you need to do to start the year strong. It is 4 days away. As I said, that feel like 2. So really ask yourself, do you have any unfinished business? And if you do, how are you going to finish it? How are you going to settle it? Again, God know, and whoever you believe know what you need to do, what you haven't done. And I'm talking like that because I had to get to a point in myself to be like, Tay, please, you are BSing yourself. You are giving excuses. And it's sad when you give yourself excuses when you know you're capable of doing what you say you was going to do. Girl, bye. I got to a point where, let's be real, you talk to yourself. It ain't a crazy thing to talk to yourself. I'm talking to myself like, Tay, please. That's a bunch of BS you kicking. That's a bunch of BS you talking. If you don't get yourself together, you're never going to see, and you're never going to do the things that you saw yourself doing. Right? Or it's just like, please, I really had to get over myself. And it wasn't nothing crazy. It could just be something so little as, and I'm not saying my podcast is little, but just me inconsistency. It's like, all right. And y'all hear me talk about that all the time. Girl, you consistent with going to Starbucks. If you don't be consistent with pressing this record button, now it's an excuse. Now it's like, yeah, life, this, that, and third happen. And yes, it does. But life gonna keep happening as long as we live. So I have to learn to navigate through life, navigate through schedules. And if this is something, like I've said before, that I care about, that I'm passionate about, then I need to go ahead and just do it. And stand on that. Stand on what I'm doing, believe in what I'm doing. And listen, life will life, but Tay gotta Tay. I don't even know if that makes sense, but listen, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Despite what's going on around me, despite what's going on to me, within me, I gotta do what I gotta do as long, as it's correct, as long as it's right, as long as I ain't spewing nothing wrong out there in the world or on you. I gotta make sure I'm doing the right thing. And so, like I've said before, I'm glad that I can say I'm finishing this year in a clear headspace. And I hope that you guys are too. And if you are somebody who's listening, who's kind of in the same space that I am, kudos to you. Good job to you, but still make sure you finish the year strong. Finish the year strong. Okay? Yeah, that's my spiel today. Nice short and sweet spiel because listen, sometimes you don't need somebody to walk you through and give you all this knowledge that I know or could have found anything about something simplistic that you just needed to hear, right? Don't leave no stone unturned. Finish this year strong, start next year strong. You know what you need to do, go do it. Figure it out. Hell, maybe that's the core of the episode. Figure it out. Figure it out. And if you need help, go ask for help. And stop with the excuses. Just stop. Right? Next year we'll be back on our regular schedule for Selah. Releasing episodes bi-weekly. In the whole format of the show, vibe of the week, icebreaker, all those things will be back. But I had to be authentic to myself. And sometimes I just need to get up here, say my spiel, and that's it. Right? Even though those things are good segments to have, but that's just where I was. And, we'll be back at it next year in 4 days. But the second week of January. I also want to put out that my sister and I, Natasha Bryant, are coming together to do an event. So if you are in the DMV area, we are hosting a Sip and Say soiree on January 18th, 2025. You can register and buy your ticket. And get your ticket. Don't wait too late and get your ticket because there are limited tickets. Tickets are only $35. And once you pay, you'll be able to have access to all the details needed regarding the event. So if you're in the DMV area, come out, come support, come meet me if I don't know you. The Sip and Say soiree is just an event where some women will come together and it's going to be an event solely about inspiration, intentionality, networking, just trying to create that space where you can be around other women and feel encouraged and learn something new. Hell, if you need a photographer, there may be a photographer there that you can hire. If you need somebody to do your hair, there will be somebody here who does hair, who can do your hair. Or I'm hoping that I meet somebody else who's in podcasting that I could connect with, that I can learn from, and maybe they can learn from me. So this event is just about inspiration, intentionality, networking. We'll have food, we'll have music, and we're just really trying to start off the year strong. So again, the Angea Group and the Selah Podcast are coming together to do the Sip and Say soiree, January 18th, 2025. You can register by going to the link in Selah's bio. So if you don't follow Selah on Instagram, open up your phone, go to Instagram and type in Selah_pod. That is SELAH_POD. Again, SELAH_POD. And you can register there. You also can register on my sister's page, Natasha Angea Speaks _. That is NATASHAONJEAHSPEAKS It's a little long, but you get it. Natasha Ashaya Speaks. You can follow her to keep up with her content, to keep up with her business and all the good things that she's doing, but you can also register for the event. Yeah, y'all, I'm excited about the new year. I'm excited for Selah. I'm excited for myself, but I'm excited for Selah. I got some good things in the works, and I'm taking some big steps. It may be small to others, but guess what? It's big to me. And I am so excited to just be announcing some things when the new year hit. So hopefully you guys are following. You guys are tagging along with me through this journey. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for making my year what it was, what it is. It is greatly appreciated. I don't have to be here doing this. I don't have to be talking. You don't have to be listening, but yet here we are and you're doing so. And I just want you to know that I appreciate it. And hey, share the podcast with your mama, your father, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie, your friend, your enemy. Share it. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to push reflection. We're trying to push growth. We're trying to push positivity, and we want to make the Selah family a bit bigger, right? So that is all for today. Don't forget to follow us at Selah_pod on Instagram. Register for the Sip and Say soiree, and do not leave any stone unturned today and within these next 4 days. Be intentional, finish strong so that you can start strong and figure it out, because you can figure it out. You're capable of figuring it out. All right. Please don't ever forget to pause, reflect, and grow. Until next time.